Q&A by Edwin Torres. Edwin Torres was born in East Harlem, El Barrio, so he knows the streets very well. He entered the City College in 1948, and living in his junior year to join the Navy, he returned in 1954 to New York, where he graduated cum laude and completed his studies at Brooklyn Law School. He then spent 3 years as an assistant district attorney at the Homicide Bureau, a fact that taught him to know the cops and hoods fairly well. From 1961 until early 1977, Mr. Torres was in private law, representing defendants in cases that ranged from murder and major narcotics conspiracy to simple assault. On March 29, 1977, Edwin Torres was sworn in as a judge in the New York City Criminal Court. He lives in the Bronx with his wife and his 4 daughters, a fact that led him to know very well the streets and their people. In this novel Q&A, we find different characters. The protagonist, Lieutenant Brennan, is a legend in the New York Police Department. He has the most guts, the most models, and the most killings in the course of duty. On the other side, the newly appointed District Attorney Al Reilly takes over. His boss, the head of the District Attorney's Homicide Bureau, Kevin Quinn, encourages Reilly to drop an investigation into Brennan. Brennan has just gunned down another hood, and he threatens witnesses to testify that he acted in self-defense, but Reilly feels so is a premeditated murder. As Reilly digs deeper into the events of that snowy night in the dark alley, he finds that in New York Police Department there is no crime worse than investigating a crude cop. Q&A is a skillfully constructed novel, yet smoothly written. Edwin Torres flashes street talk, ethnic insult, and squad car banter. The atmosphere of a street, precinct, and DA's office is authentic. This work has an environmental narrative voice that adds color to the novel. The narration shifts from third-person singular to first-person, and then back to the third person again. However, those shifts are brief and they never disconnect the reader from the larger narration. These shifts also turn this novel into a fantastic book, a mixture of police procedural and legal thriller, like the dated look of the Inside cover suggests. Q&A is an odd novel to read nowadays, and the language and tone might disarm a younger reader. However, its unflinching look at race and class, along with its stylistic intentness and clever dialogue, make it a great reading for both newbies and those who haven't tracked it in a while.
You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Now you'll advise Brennan of his rights and get a statement from him.
Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law.
I saw a flash of metal. In fear of my life, I drew my gun. Pop.
You have the right to an attorney before speaking to the police.
You say Brennan went through here?
I guess that's for me to know and you to find out.
If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. Nick Nolte.
If I go down on this one, I'm taking everybody with me.
Timothy Hutton.
Can you really bury some of this paper?
Bigger.
Armand Asante.
You've been warned, kid.
Q&A, a film by Sidney Lumet.
The Hispanic and New Yorker literature. Thanks for watching.